Hello and welcome to Stammerer, the run, with me, John. Today we're going to be talking about this, the Adizero Adios Pro 2, and is it still worth a buy in 2023? Let's find out. My other pair that I have, so this is the left shoe, as you can see, that has worn. Now I don't typically strike on my heel, so I think potentially what's happened in these here is that I have maybe just kind of scuffed it, and then over time it's become worse and worse and worse. But these are still okay to use. Maybe not in the wet, but I have to say I have 300 miles on these, so that's not bad. And other than this side here, the medium side on the other foot is absolutely perfect, absolutely fine, and they still feel good. So I just happened to get a second pair of these because they were £70. So absolutely an absolute bargain and a steal for £70. So they're still on sale at one of their outlet stores next to the Adidas Adizero Pro 3s that were retailing for about £140 still. These were £70. Now, I can't comment on the Pro 3s because I've never had those yet, but given the fact that I have lots and lots and lots of trainers, I would hesitate to guess that. Do you want to spend £70 more on the 3s and the 2s? I'm going to say no. So how do they feel on foot? For me, I would say they're probably half a size big. I would probably say to go down half a size. So if you're a 9, for example, I would go down to an 8.5. They are, I think they're about 223 grams in size 9. They are not the lightest of shoes, but when you're in full mode, they don't feel heavy. Again, comparisons to the Alpha Fly, which are for a big shoe, they're really light, and the Vaporfly, of course, which are extremely light. But these, even though these are heavier, they don't actually feel super heavy. The stack height in the back is 39. Now, these don't look like they've got a massive stack on these ones, and I have to say, when they're on foot, they're a bit strange because they don't feel as though they have a massive stack. But again, as with these high stacked shoes, they do have a tendency to roll to either side. So again, I would say if you are prone to that, I would say think about it. I think these would be better for you than maybe something like the Alpha Fly potentially, but that is definitely a consideration in these high stack shoes, again, because they do like to roll. Now, what are they like on a run? So I'm going to take these out again. The last time I took a pair out, these are new. I've done a kind of an easy pace in these, so I'm going to take these out now and I will let you know how they do. So how do they feel? We're just going to take these out for a run, and how do they feel to get on? It's quite a nice comfortable fit. The Adidas Adizero Pro 2s, so they're pretty good. Do them up, they're pretty snug fit, pretty good. Say the run is not in them. I don't necessarily think you need to do when there needs to get locked down. I think that you can just do a normal knot. The laces in these are pretty good, feel good already. They're very tacky, so that's good for sticking. So let's see how we do. We're going to do 5k or a tempo run. I'm going to see if I can do a sub 20 5k today. Not fancy my chances, but let's give it a go. Let's see how they do. See you in a bit. That was hard at the end, but that's nothing to do with the Adidas Adizero Pros. It's just because I'm running unfit. Yeah, they were very good, as expected. Fast in the transition, really good on the forefoot. Actually, they're new, so they might take a couple of miles just to bed in to ease off, but I thought they were just really good. The last mile probably said more about me being running unfit as opposed to anything else really. So yeah, good shoes as expected, and thumbs up. So just back from the run, and it's a really warm day out there today. Didn't need the tights on. It's really hot. These performed really well. My feet were really comfortable. The airflow in the feet were really good. Really supportive. Quite quick. I was quite surprised how quick they were. And yeah, all in all, very good today. I'll put the stats up on the screen. I went through 5k in about 1840, which is 3:44 per k. And in miles, I'll also put that on the screen as well. So in miles, I roughly did first mile at 6:13, second mile at 5:51, which is quite surprising, but it's not surprising because I paid for that. The third mile, about 6 minutes. So all in all, really excellent in these. I did feel it at the end. As I say, I'm not as probably as fit as I once was, but still a quick shoe. 1840. Really surprised at the pace there on these. Towards the end, it was definitely me and not the shoe. So yeah, fast shoe. So what are my final thoughts on the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 2s? In 2023, these are still really good option. They are not the lightest, but they're not the heaviest either. The Light Strike Pro is a really all-rounder. It can go fast when it has to. It can do everything from easy runs all the way through to tempo runs, a race. You know, I'd be happy to take this probably all the way up to the full distance. The upper is really light. The Cellar Mesh upper is really good. Your foot won't get too hot. The heel counter is really good. There's enough padding in there, and the fit is really good as well. It's really tight. I would say to size down, because you really want to get your forefoot underneath these rods here. The carbon in the shoe, so there's a plate at the back as well with these rods. Even though the rods are exposed, I have another pair, and as I say, I've had these for over 300 miles. The rods are perfectly intact, and these have been over trails, these have been over mud, these have been over stones, these have been over everything, and they're still really good. So for £70, I think for a shoe that can do absolutely everything, it is an absolute winner, even in 2023. And I think that if you can get a pair for under £100, I mean, it's an absolute steal. So yeah, I'd give these a score of 9.5 on the basis of they're excellent, but they still miss that something special. They're a really good shoe, really close to being there or thereabouts. They're not a perfect shoe. I don't necessarily think there are any perfect shoes out there for 10. There are some contenders, but as I say, if you can pick this up at around about the same price point as I did, then you just got to pick them up. Don't think just buy these shoes. Don't forget to like, favourite and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you very much.